Hello, fellow geeks. Welcome to another episode of Candlekeep Mysteries. My name is Em. Most of you all know me. Today, I might be a little bit low energy and scatterbrained. I've had a migraine all day, and it's left me with a little bit of mush for brain. But I really wanted to play tonight because this is our second episode, and so we're gonna just hang out and have a chill time and roll with whatever my brain throws at us. To get some stuff out of the way, this is unsponsored fan content for Dungeons and Dragons. We're using their setting and system of D&D 5e, and we're really happy to be together and playing this game. Thank you, Wizards of the Coast, for giving us this tool to spend time with each other. I want to go around for a second and give everybody the opportunity to talk about themselves because we have an amazing set of players in front of us today. Tori, can we start with you?
Sure. I'm Tori. I live here at Level 1 Geek. Normally I don't look like this. But I do whenever I play Shembra Baymora, the Enlightened One. And that is who I'm playing this evening. She is a Fire Genasi Warlock, patron of the genie. That's it about me, I guess.
Tori, do you ever finish like all of your face paint and you're like, man, it'd be cool to wear this all the time?
No.
I did that sometimes with Quill. I was like, I was meant to be blue.
Well, I guess, I suppose maybe the answer to your question is like, I wouldn't want to do this every day.
Sure.
But like, it would be cool, I guess, to be a real Fire Genasi. How's that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my answer.
Now that I've sprung random questions on Tori, let's go to Matt. Matt, where can people find you?
Hello, I'm Matt. You can find me here Monday nights and sometimes Tuesday nights with Tabletop Treasure Hunters, as well as on Twitter and YouTube as Improv and D&D, and I'm excited to be rocking as Shu Guan tonight.
Yes, Shu is such a tender muffin child. I'm so excited to see how this character progresses. Ian, where can people find you?
People can find me in our Discord for Level 1 Geek, and on Twitter, and at Start Playing, which I will have a link for everybody for next week because I realize I don't have any currently open games, but I will be putting up new ones this coming end of the weekend. So I'll have a link for you guys for next week.
Very cool. Definitely play with Ian if you have a chance to, because it's literally so much fun. I've enjoyed every game that he
11
has.
out of 10 would recommend.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Thank
it's super
you.
great. Okay, well, I think that we should all kick back and play some game.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Today, you all find yourselves on the road. It is maybe an hour or so has passed as you've walked along the Way of the Lion towards Candlekeep, which you saw out in the distance. It's huge stone walls rising sharply against the horizon. You're kicking up dust as you walk. The sun is beating down on your shoulders, and there is a caravan coming with you all. You've kind of collided with them. They have big wagons, but most of the people are just walking on foot, a pilgrimage towards Candlekeep and in the knowledge it contains. Most of the people are friendly. They laugh and talk amongst themselves, and you get the feeling that they're not all from the same location. They're travelers that have sort of banded together for safety for this trek in particular. And they're excited to see these new faces who have joined them randomly from the side of the road. One such woman is walking with a bit of a bounce in her step. It's a halfling woman. She has big, bright yellow hair that's flowing from pigtails on the side of her head. And she looks over at you all excitedly. I like your necklace, she says to Shembra.
Shembra, okay, I'm remembering from last session. Shembra is like, she's half HP. She's covered in grease. She's wet from all the rain stuff. and like just barely teleported from certain death.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, and she's probably singed a little bit because she got hit by close to hit by lightning.
Yeah.
Okay. Shembra just like turns and like glares at this woman and like sticks her nose up and says, "Shoo, can you please deal with this? I have had enough today."
Yes, of course. And Shu is gonna like try to kind of urge this woman just a little bit of a distance so that he can whisper to her without Shembra hearing. And he's gonna say, "Sorry, well, we've had a bit of a rough go of it so far, and well, she's had a rough time. So if you want to talk with her again, I would suggest you use her full title, Shembra Bemora, the Enlightened One. If you throw in a few more like honorifics, like goddess or something like that, it might help. Just a heads up. I'm Shu, by the way. It's nice to meet you.
Oh, my name is
I am
Bram.
Surat.
Oh, hi. I like your sword.
Thank you.
I noticed that she seemed kind of upset. I was trying to compliment her necklace to make her feel better, but I didn't know that I did it wrong.
No. Please. You couldn't have known. It was something a bit of a touchy subject, I'd say. But what was your name?
My name's Bramble.
Bramble. That's a beautiful name.
Thanks. Is she okay? What happened to her? How did you guys get here? I was a ways back, but I saw you guys just sort of flash into the road. What happened?
Oh, as far as how we got here specifically, Surat would know a bit more about that, but we came from Maoya and something's happened there. And it's like his eyes kind of glaze over a bit as he thinks through the events, intentionally avoiding certain specifics, specifically the ones surrounding his mother. But he says, there seems to be some sort of a curse, and we're hoping that perhaps Candlekeep might hold the answer to that.
Oh,
Yes, but we will stop the tragedy and protect the people there.
I know that you just said that like that was the answer, but Mao Ya's really far away, and you got here. And what sort of curse? How did that happen?
I am sorry. Who are you and why do you care so much about this? We have pressing business, or did you not hear about the world-ending curse that we are in charge of saving everyone and stop it from spreading, and yet you have so many questions? Are you going to help us with this quest, or are you going to stand there slack-jawed asking question after question?
I'm sorry.
Brambleberry.
Just Bramble. Just Bramble. I'm sorry. I was just trying to be friendly.
How about you make yourself useful and lead us to Candlekeep, since that is where we need to go.
The road.
I presume you are going there too?
Yeah, the road just takes us there. To help, I can answer some questions about Candlekeep if that'll help with the world-ending curse. And she kind of casts a little like of a half, is that real, towards Shu.
Oh man. Well, Shu, I'd say in this moment, he's like still poring over everything. And he says, well, I'm sorry. It's been kind of a tough time. Do you know anything about perhaps people turning to stone?
I don't know anything about curses in particular, or petrification, I think it's called.
Yes.
But I don't know anything about that. I'm sorry, but the knowledge you need is probably at Candlekeep.
All right.
And it seems you have been as useful as you are going to be to us.
I should go.
We should go. Entourage, let's move out. And Shembra, without even looking behind to see if they're following, just struts away down the road toward Candlekeep.
Please, walk with us, Bramble.
I don't think she'd like that.
I do not think she likes anyone.
Can we maybe just like walk a couple of feet behind her?
I always do.
You must
She
be a really
expects
good
it of us.
entourage.
I am not of her entourage.
Oh,
We are traveling companions. Shu is part of her entourage.
oh,
Yes.
good job. Okay.
Thank you.
Well,
I don't know what I did, but somehow it worked out.
Well, I don't want to pry. I'd love to hear your story if you wanted to share it, but if you don't, I understand. I was just trying to be friendly, but I understand people's secrets are theirs.
I am a member of the Requiem of the Voices. I'm sure you have heard of us. And we were going to the city to aid it in its time of need.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I hear it's an amazing city.
Yes, absolutely. If you're ever in town.
No offense, Shu.
No, it's okay. I understand there are some little eccentricities, but Bramble, if you're ever in town and when we solve the problems, then I would love to treat you to a meal at the Lucky Duckling.
I would love that. Of course.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yes. Well, as far as Candlekeep goes, is it difficult to get in?
Kind of. Yeah. So, you would get there, and there's generally a bit of a wait, a bit of a line, and then you have
I'm a
to
patient,
give.
man.
Oh, good. That'll be good. I don't know if your friend is.
Oh,
But-
it's okay.
But you have to give them a book they don't already have in their library.
Oh, I'm sure we've got plenty of those, right?
Well, it's actually harder than you might think because they have so many books. It's hard to find one they don't already have. And I asked, or you could get a book that they already have, but it's like annotated by somebody who's really influential in a specific field.
Oh, great. We could have Shembra annotate each of our books, and then we're bound to get in.
I personally do not use books.
You don't even have any books?
No, I didn't.
I'd be happy to lend you one. Surat.
What?
I have a blank book, but I'm sure they have blank books.
A blank book?
Yes, I think so. I'll pull the book out the Surat got last time.
The pages do indeed look blank, though the edges are kind of worn a little, as if it has been used. The binding's not stiff at all. It falls open flat and even has some pages that it seems like it's been opened too many times before.
You see, blank. But Shu, you've been to a college. Perhaps you know.
Yes. Well.
Oh, where'd you go to college?
I went to Forgotten Realms Community College.
Oh, good old Frick.
Yes, you know. Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, I mean, this feels like a fun riddle to bring forth a book for entry. And Sarat, bringing a blank book, I don't know. Perhaps they'll have a good sense of humor about it.
I doubt
The only
it.
book I have.
They're pretty stern on things. And if it's a book from Frick, they might already have them all. But I don't know. You could check.
I have never been to Frick. But the person who gave that to me might have. Maybe it is a book from Frick.
Perhaps. Bramble, can you tell me something about you? Perhaps a random character fact?
Oh, yeah, I would love to give you a random character fact. That's so nice of you to ask. So I actually grew up with my uncle. His name is Frank with 2 F's. So sometimes he pronounces it Frank just to be silly. And he's actually the one who got me really interested in Candlekeep. He applied to be an acolyte here, and he didn't make it. But I think that I'm going to be able to join their ranks.
Oh, then could you maybe get us put a good word in for us?
I mean, I don't have any clout yet. I'm just applying. But I mean, let me think. It's not a good word, but I know a piece of advice. They
Yes.
said that it's really important to get a list when you're there and you're inside of books that they don't have, so that you don't have to like bring a whole bunch every time you come to visit. You can just have a list of books they're specifically looking for.
Are you saying we need to bring a new book every time we go back?
Yeah.
I'm not sure there's that many books in the world. Didn't you not say there was a lot of people in line?
There's a lot of books.
Hmm.
There's so many books. And it can be like recipe books or introducing like a new blueprint on how to make something. It's not just like storybooks. Though some works of nonfiction I've heard are very popular.
Great.
What if
Shembra?
I just write in the book?
I don't know. And I think they might have to conclude that it is worthy of being stored in their halls.
Oh, the Shembra should write in the book then.
Yes.
What is she famous for? Is that a rude question? Can I ask that?
Oh, what isn't she?
I am
famous
not
for?
famous for something I have done. I am famous for something I will do. Something I will become.
You should write a book about what you will do.
This sounds like a chore.
Shoo.
Yes.
She kind of rises up on her little tiptoes so she can like whisper up at you. How does somebody get famous for something they haven't done yet?
Oh, well, Shembra Bimora, the Enlightened One, she definitely stands out wherever she goes, to the point where even if there isn't a red carpet, you feel as though there is one. And wherever that red carpet leads her, she will do something incredible.
Wow. It's kind of like how you feel a storm is coming before you see the rain.
Yes, something like that.
That's cool. And her eyes just like drift to Shembra as her heels come back down in connection with the road. And she stands still for a second, just staring at Shembra with like a semblance of awe before quickly catching up with you all.
Shembra looks quite satisfied at this reaction. Perhaps if I am in a writing mood, Shoo, you could be my transcriber.
Yes.
I
Of
will
course.
dictate to you the thoughts of my heart and my mind, and you can write them down.
I would love to.
It will be a very valuable book for their collection.
Absolutely. And she will get a pen out.
You notice that in front of you, the line has come to a stop. Though
How
you
long is
have to
this
be, this is the beginning of the line, you realize, and you have so much long to go. But we can fade out on you guys unless you have one more thing you want to do.
Only that Shembra is going to think this line is completely unacceptable.
Yeah, absolutely. So we zoom out on Shembra getting absolutely irritated about how long this is and how slowly they progress. And it's as you guys, a couple hours pass, you guys get closer to where you can at least see the front gate. That you see people have like crates of books, just crates, and they pull them open and they're being inspected by some people at the front gate and who look to be in official capacity. And that's what's making this line take so long, is they're inspecting the books that are being offered.
Bramble, do we need a book for each of us?
No, just for your group.
That was good.
Do we have this book?
What?
Any of you?
I have a few books. Bramble, would you know if any of these are acceptable?
I mean, I don't have all their books memorized, but I can look at what you have if you want.
Yes, of course.
How were you getting in, Bramble?
Oh, I have books.
Excellent. You shall join my entourage as a temporary partner.
No, I'm gonna work. I don't think so. That doesn't feel right. I mean, I'm an acolyte. I want to be an acolyte, and it feels wrong to have my first action with Candlekeep to be one that's lying when we're not really a part of a group together. And I don't really know how that makes me feel. I mean, I know that you're really famous and stuff, but
you are worrying too much. Think how good this will look if you come
Lying
in with
is not
us.
good.
It will be no lie. She has walked this whole distance with us. Is she not in our party?
You teleported in closer than how long I've been traveling, and a lot of people saw that.
How do they know? We were not teleporting to you, to this exact spot to meet you, Bramble. We were
But we were
fated.
not.
You do not know the ways of the gods, Surat.
You're gonna have to make a check to convince Bramble. And I am actually going to spend two danger points to make this a more difficult check because of Bramble's dedication to Candlekeep and the truth.
I've been blessed. I've got emotions and how to use them again. So I've got +2 to my charisma checks for now.
Very good.
Nice.
All right. Persuasion?
Persuasion, please.
I think that was a nat 20, my friend.
Whoa.
That's a 26.
What a start.
Just corrupted this poor lady.
She can join my reverse harem.
What is the core of your logic on how you convince her?
Basically that it will make a really good impression for her hopes of being an acolyte, for her to come in with us. Myself, of course, someone like me, I mean, period. I don't need more explanation.
Sure.
And not only that, but also we are like working on such an important and urgent matter. So if anything, it will show how wise and intelligent and discerning she is to come in with us and help and like escort us into Candlekeep.
Surat clearly behind Shumbra is trying to wrap their head around this logic. Like they know it's wrong and something's not right, but they're just not the intellectual to really see what the lie is and why it's not right.
Okay. Okay. Shu, these books, are these just books from your college, Shu?
Oh yeah, I'd say like mostly from his courses, but
Mhm.
then he might have one or two that are just like for funsies. I'd say
Mhm.
one is probably a one that he uses to do like his own little tech projects,
Mm-hmm.
and then another one is one of his most prized comic books, following the Frost Geek 5.
Ah! Oh, yes. Okay, cool. All right. The books, the books from your college, they're gonna have copies of these. They get first editions of any sort of curriculum that's being taught across the realms. But you could ask about these two. But if you guys are looking, I think that since it's Shembra, I guess I could say that you're part of my group.
And
I'm not very good at
if
lying, though.
You say nothing else. We are part of your group.
Okay.
We teleported here and we met you, and we are part of the group now.
I'm having a hard time breathing.
This is no lie. Where is the lie? And Shembra looks around at all of you, just like completely. This is no lie. There is no reason to get so upset about this.
I think there.
What if you
We
just call us?
landed here.
Yes.
We are now part of the same group.
But our goals are different, and groups are come together for a common goal. And I
And
want to
the
become an
goal
acolyte.
now
And you guys
is
are
to-
looking to break a curse, and they just seem like very different things.
Bramble, hush. Our common goal is to enter Candlekeep.
Oh,
Yes.
yes. That is a common goal. Yes.
Okay.
All you have to do is show the book, and we go in with you. End of story.
Shambra, your
I
clothes
have
are now
made
completely dry.
A joke.
Oh.
Everyone laugh at my joke. She
one else
pats
is laughing.
Shu on the shoulder. Shu laughed.
Okay. I just couldn't hear it over my heartbeat. It's in my ears.
I did not hear the joke.
What were you saying about my clothes, Em? I'm
I
now
was
dry.
going to say, your clothes are now dry now that you've been standing for some 3 hours under the sun. And you guys are finally, it's your turn. You are up at the gate, and little Bramble is trembling as she hands a book over. It's leather bound with gilded edges, and the pages on the edge have like that gold sheen to it. And when you like tilt it, there's a picture that forms on the edge of the pages. It's really cool. I'm gonna go ahead and roll for her for Can.
Could I possibly assist her in passing off this story?
Yeah, so she's not even saying a story. She's just pointing at the 3 of you when they're inspecting the
whatever's
book.
going on, I just want to help smooth things
Mhm.
over.
Okay. I'm just gonna see how this looks. Oh, it's so good. Okay. Yeah, so she talks very little. She sort of gestures in when they ask what her purpose is. She hands over a piece of paper, which seems to be an application to apply to be an acolyte. And as she goes to move forward, one of them puts up a hand. I'm going to spend 1 danger point, and he's going to look over the 3 of you and then at her. Normally when someone is applying to be an acolyte, they are here alone. What are you 3 doing here?
We are here to enter Candlekeep. And we are supporting our dear friend Bramble in her application. Surely there is nothing against the rules about good friendship.
Go ahead and roll me deception.
Oh, that was a good roll. I got a 22.
Oh,
22. Wonderful. Okay. With your 22, he kind of looks over and then slowly nods. All right. Make your way inside.
Shembra nods graciously and then glides inside.
Let's see if I can swap us over to a new map.
as Surat passes in, they will say to the guard, "Thank you very much. I apologize for what has happened."
For what has happened?
Yes.
Stop! And he looks over
Shembra
at
is walking.
the three of you.
Shembra is not listening.
I said stop.
I have stopped, yes.
The rest of your party has not. And he like raises a hand.
Have we done something wrong?
And he starts drawing a somatic component with his other, starts drawing a sigil in the air with his other hand. I said stop.
Once it becomes a whole thing, Shembra will stop where she's standing and turn around. She's probably like 10 feet away now.
There is no
Why
need
is he
to bring out magic.
apologizing? What have you done?
For Shembra,
Surat, what are you talking about?
your attitude.
And
that is
all.
completely.
That is
I
all.
was completely polite. What do you mean?
You exude
Surat, things are better when you keep your mouth shut.
Oh, you know what? This seems to be a private matter. I don't want to get in the middle of this. You all just go in.
Indeed.
Okay.
Thank you.
He ends
Thank
his
you.
spell, and you are free to enter.
Her eyes shoot fire at Surat, and she turns around on her heel and
just
stalks
trying to be
after.
gracious to them.
She was gonna start writing in a little book saying, "Oh, when Surat and Shembra argue, it solves problems."
Perfection. All right. You all should be able to now see a new map. Does it work? There was an update in Foundry, and I am low-key concerned that everything is broken.
Let me refresh and see if mine loads.
Okay, let me know. It says darkness. Okay, let me try putting
Not
some
own any
tokens.
token with vision in this scene.
Aha!
Oh,
See
there's a big map.
What about
Yes.
this?
We're giants. We're
You giants.
Godzilla size.
We are
This is
giants.
not to scale. Here, I'll even move you guys off to the side. And let's see here. Can the camera see this?
That's beautiful.
Okay. So this is called, oh goodness, let me see if I can remember. So this is the Court of Air. This is the first section that goes into Candlekeep. As you guys all walk in, the cobblestones are very clean, pale color from obviously being washed over and over and over again. They're fitted tightly together and just in such a neat pattern that just reflects the rest of this gorgeous courtyard. Up by the door, there are the scents of perfumes and steam as an obvious bathhouse standing directly next to the entrance. That's right here. And then next to it is a smithy and stables. There's all sorts of magical creatures here. There's a griffin along with a pegasus and as well as normal horses that are stabled here. And you hear the ting, ting, ting of the smithy as you guys walk by. Towards the far end of the courtyard, you see an emerald door that stands several people high and a lone person before it with a scroll. He speaks to acolytes who come running up with rows of lists of paper, and he'll check over what they have before he allows them through this next siege wall. Otherwise, you have a granary next to the stables right here. Next to the granary is what looks to be an inn. It's called the House of Rest, and attached to it is a restaurant that has many delicious scents just wafting over towards you, and it has a simple sign over the door called the Hearth. Besides that, you see all of these pillars over here up towards the top, and they're kind of squat a little bit and very round. And your little friend Bramble is just looking at everything with huge eyes, rattling off all these facts about the locations. And you have to try the bathhouse. They're amazing. And they make sure you don't get any of the books dirty. And over there, you see those pillars? Those are places where people who are traveling to look for information, they use those as study rooms, and acolytes can get you set up with a study room. And then they go into the actual keep and get the books that you need. So you need to know what books you want in order for them to do it, or you can ask for recommendations. And do you see that building over there? And she points to this one where it has a huge book shape coming up off the top of it. That's the House of the Binder. They make copies of books and excerpts and all sorts of things, and you can purchase records. It's so cool.
Oh, that's delightful, Bramble. Is that dude? And she was a little concerned for Bramble as far as you said that there was someone who was in charge of the acolytes who was, and he's gonna point over and say, do you need to be there? I'm sorry, I don't want to be holding you up.
Well, I mean, I'm gonna take a bath first, and I'm gonna get a room, and I'm gonna get ready, and then my test is in the morning.
Yes, this is an excellent plan. Where are the baths?
Oh, right there by the door. It's that building, and yeah, it's the one that was right by the entrance into the Court of Air.
Wonderful. Shembra starts off toward that building.
Bye, I guess. Is this where we're parting ways, Shu?
No, I mean, if there's anything else you want to show me, being new here and all, I would love to start studying as soon as I can.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to start studying, you're gonna want to go. What?
Yes,
I was
sir.
gonna say, it's a lot less booky than I thought it would be.
Oh, that's because the books are behind the green door. It's called the Emerald Door.
I actually like this part.
You don't like books?
No, they're not true. No. I like to work with my hands.
Oh, I mean, well,
I grew up as a potter.
If you worked at the House of the Binder, then you could make books. You get a copy down of the books that already exist for other people to take out.
Or I could help people who need it. That's what I would like to do.
Okay. I mean, I'd be honored to work at the House of the Binder. I think it's important work, but I understand that not everyone values the same thing as everyone else. And I'm rambling again, aren't I? Bramble over here. So I'm gonna go get a room, and then I'm gonna get a bath, and then I'm gonna get ready for my night. And it was really nice seeing you guys. And if you want a room, you can come with me over this way, okay?
All right. I guess I could handle the rooms for all of us while you go take a bath. And well, Surat, what will you be doing in the meantime, just so I can find you?
I think I'm going to go and watch people work.
All right.
Okay. Bye. Thanks, Shu.
Thank you.
All right, so let's go ahead and follow Shu for a minute as Ramble enters the bath. You're standing in this courtyard by yourself as Surat wanders a different direction. What are you doing? Set the scene for us.
I mean, Shu is he from a fairly early age, he's had to take on quite a bit of responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, he wants to make sure that they've got like their home base set up. And so the first thing he's going to do is just still making notes. He's made a note that Surat doesn't like books and was a potter. And that Surat's going to go help people while Shembra goes to have a bath first.
Mm-hmm.
And he's tried his best. I'd say Bramble it feels like Bramble speaks very quickly, and so he tried as quickly as he could to jot down the notes, but he did make sure to note the most like bare necessities places, like getting a room and whatnot. And that would be where he goes first, so he can secure lodging for the three of us.
Absolutely. So when you step into the House of Rest, you are pretty impressed with just how comfortable this place looks. It is clearly a well-oiled machine at this point, with how they're greeting guests and escorting to the rooms, and it seems much larger on the inside than it did on the outside. There seems to be just like stairways that lead to halls that lead to doorways, and it doesn't even seem like there's room for there to be a room past some of these doorways. The halls are packed so closely together, and an attendant quickly greets you. Hello there, and how can I be helping you today?
Well, first, I'm just admiring this marvel of modern engineering.
Oh, yes, of course. Thank you very much for even noticing. As you can probably tell with such a sharp eye as yourself, these doorways lead to some mansions that are within extra-dimensional spaces. Some are mansions, some are rooms, of course. That's how we can house so many people here at the House of Rest.
I see. That's spectacular. I'm glad. All right, well, I need to get a few rooms for me and my friends.
And what is your budget?
And Shu is gonna look into his pockets, and he's gonna pull out a few gears, and he'll say, what's the cheaper rooms you have?"
We have group lodging.
Oh, and then he'll start to think about Shembra and be like, maybe group lodging for two, and then I guess a private suite for the third.
A suite. All
Yes,
right, excellent. A suite is 2 gold a night. Is that a problem?
No, I think she's good for it.
Okay, and who should I be putting down as the payer of this suite?
Oh, Shembra Bemora, the Enlightened One.
The Enlightened One. Oh, wonderful.
Yes.
It's always great to have an Enlightened One into our midst. He strokes his rather bulbous nose for a moment, considering, Enlightened One. I'm sure I will recognize her when I see her. Now, as for yourself and your companion who will be in group lodging, that will be a mere 2 coppers.
Oh, great.
We understand here that everyone must have access to the wisdom that Candlekeep has to offer, but not everyone has the depth of pocketbook. We try to make accommodations for everyone. I'm sure the 2 coppers is not too much.
Not at all. Thank you.
Perfect. I was going to see if I could figure out something for the hearth for you if it was a problem, but I'm glad to see this is going to work. Well, is there anything I can answer questions for? Do you know how to submit a request?
I have no idea.
Okay, so you're going to want to go ahead and get on this schedule here. What's your name?
Shu Guan.
Shu Guan. And what is the nature of your research?
Breaking a A curse?
Curse breakage. Okay, yes.
Yes.
A very interesting topic. Research paper.
Yes,
Practical
Yeah.
use.
both.
Both. Very interesting. Both. All right, Mr. Guan, I will go ahead and submit this request. Someone will be with you. Is tomorrow morning too late?
Oh, does this mean I won't have a place to sleep for the night?
No. This is who is
Oh.
going to come and consult you about which
Oh.
books you would like to read, and they will make you the
Right.
best recommendation that Candlekeep has to offer. You can, of course, stay
Outstanding.
the night, and then we will be addressed. Your needs will be addressed in the morning.
Okay, yes, that's perfect. And what was your name again? You are outstanding.
Oh, well, thank you. Here is my comment card. You can submit it anonymously or signed. I'll let you decide how you want to do that. My name is Shimzabu Gugu.
Would you mind spelling that for me?
Okay, yes, of course. Just give me the card. I'll sign it on the back.
All right.
Shimzabu Gugu.
Shimzabu Gugu. All right. That is an incredible name.
Well, are you making fun of me, sir?
No. I've never heard a name like that before, and I think it is quite
Well, it's about
beautiful.
time you traveled a little more, isn't it? I am very glad you've come to Candlekeep, and I hope you enjoy your stay. And he seems pretty genuine when he says that.
Shimzabu Gugu.
Gugu.
A Gugu.
Thank you. All right, well, you have a wonderful night. And and here is your key to your shared thing. You'll notice that this is actually a duplicate key. Many people are going to have access to that, but they'll only have access to the one room that they are sharing. This is the suite key. Please have whoever is staying here attune it as soon as possible.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much.
All right, well, you have a wonderful evening. And he'll just trundle off to the next person to help. And they
Great.
roll straight into the same introduction.
Awesome. Then in that case, I think Shu would probably go to the shared suite, drop off his bag before heading over to Shembra to hand the private suite key over, and then Surat, if he can even find Surat.
Okay. Let's go to Surat for while it's happening. Surat, was there anything that you wanted to accomplish during this?
Surat's going to wander about and look at all the craftspeople and the artisans.
Mm-hmm.
Take some time to just see what they're doing. Surat likes to admire people who have a purpose that's clear and work towards that. But he is going to look to see if there's any potters around.
Yeah. So nowhere near the I feel like pottery has a particular scent to it, right? It's like an earthen scent, and you get the closest to that smell towards the grain between the granary and the stables. It has the scent of like fresh mud. You wander into the stables and you see a dwarf hard at work, and he's not working with metal he's not working with clay. He is working with leather right now. He seems to be making some sort of repairs to a harness, and he glances up as you enter. Oh, how's it going there?
Well, it's very good, thank you. No need for you to stop your work. I was just admiring the handicrafts that people have. Do you know if there are any potters around?
Well, there's no official potterer of Candlekeep, no. But however, I do dabble in the side business. Generally, if there's anything specific that needs to happen, we make orders for it outside of Candlekeep.
I thought I smelled the mud. My name is Surat.
Surat. My name is Kirill Hammerbind.
Hammerbind. Oh, pleasure to meet you, sir. I am here on business with some traveling companions to save the city of Maoyu. Muya. Something like that.
Oh yeah.
Maoya, yes, Maoya. Yes.
I have what happened at Maoya. I have friends who live in Maoya.
Oh, there was a terrible plague that came and struck down many. But I'm sure your friends are fine. But the good news is that the Requiem of the Voice are there to protect and hold the town safe while we come here to Candlekeep to save and stop the curse.
A curse?
Yes. But we were sent by my commander. And I have traveling companions who are quite wise and quite powerful. So we will be successful.
Should I be concerned?
I do not think it is coming here. No.
Should I be concerned for my friends?
That, no, I'm sure they are fine as well. But there are many people being protected. We actually, Shembra, the magnificently intellectual, something like that. She was bringing all of the magic users together to tap in and create a protective dome to save the town while we came to get the needed information from the keep to stop the curse. So I'm sure your friends are quite fine. The situation is completely under control.
His hands, which had fallen still during your retelling, slowly begin to repair, like we begin their work once more. Okay. And is there something I can do to help you? Or did you want some clay?
No, no. Oh, actually, do you have a little spare?
Yeah. And he will gesture like over his shoulder, and there's a door leading towards like a little back room. I've got a small workshop back there.
If you don't mind, if I could just take a small piece. Enough to hold in the palm.
Go for it.
Thank you. Sarat will go back and take a piece of the clay, trim it off neatly, dip it in the water pot, and rub it so it gets a little soft and he can hold it in his hand. And they will rub it in their hand as they walk out. Thank you again. It was my honor to meet you.
The honor was all mine. I wish you luck with Maoya.
Thank you.
I will be sending a letter that direction to my friends and ensuring they are fine.
I'm gonna head out and look for Shu.
Shember, was there anything that you wanted to accomplish besides being clean at the bathhouse?
Mostly that.
Okay, perfect. And on your way out, you see Shu looking for you.
Shembra looks like $1 million. She feels loads better. Her clothes and everything are cleaned, and she, of course, is clean. And she just is a lot happier now. I mean, relatively speaking.
Mm-hmm.
She's walking around with like a arrogant smile instead of an arrogant scowl.
Shu is probably like taken aback for a second, especially seeing the smile, but then immediately hands over the key and says, Shembra Remora, the Enlightened One, this is your key to your private suite. As far as the lodging goes, I thought you would like something a little more upscale, so yeah.
Shu, I knew that I had recruited someone truly intelligent when I got you to join my entourage. Thank you.
No, thank you. And be sure to thank Shimzabu Agugu as well.
For what?
Instrumental in securing this room. It was in high demand.
I see. It
Yes.
seems this Shimzabu, is that what you said?
Yes, Agugu.
Yes, it seems this Agugu person maybe knows the right thing to do.
Yes, absolutely. Are you feeling well?
I'm feeling much better. Thank you. I do require some rest, though. So I'm going to retire to this suite, as you said.
All right.
And, well, once you and Surat have figured out what it is we are doing here, you know where to find me.
Yes, I will say.
Do recommend, though, and by recommend I mean insist, that you knock 3 times, no more, then you go away. I will get up in my own time and I will find you.
Knock 3 times, go away. All right, I can do that.
Thank you. And she gives you a glowing smile. You can feel the heat off of her, like sitting next to a warm fire. And then she turns and walks toward the lodging house.
House of Rest. Perfect. Is there anything else you guys want to accomplish today?
I want to accomplish not being 50% dead.
Sounds great. That sounds great. Let's go do that. You guys are able to rest comfortably. Shu and Sarat, your shared room does have a few other people in it, but they're all polite, scholarly types, quiet, into whatever books they already have. And yeah, night passes safely, morning happens. Shu, do you knock 3 times and leave poor Shembra to her morning routine?
Yes, absolutely.
Wonderful.
I'd say probably initially he was a little hesitant as far as like, he's like, I know the quantity, but what about the quality of the knock? Do I have to really hammer it home? And the first one was probably just like a whimper of a knock. And he's like, that feels like half of a knock, but I'd better make up for it with another one. And so it ends up being like 3.5 knocks. And then he runs away.
We're playing 5th edition.
Incredible. Shembra, do you have anything to say about these 3.5 knocks?
Not right now.
Not right now. Okay, perfect. When you are waiting... Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Sarat.
Sarat will get up and probably first meditate and then sharpen the blades and then go outside, since this is kind of crowded here, and just go through their practices of their maneuvers for combat and their general daily focusing rituals they do.
Sarat is a very tactile character, and I like that. Very like hands-on and feels the world around them. It's very cool. Hey,
just
go ahead.
One quick thing. Shembra's gonna take a little extra time this morning, and not because she's just being extra. But she's still pretty shaken from, I guess now, what was yesterday's events. And she's particularly concerned about her magical connection to her patron. And so she's taking a little extra time this morning during her basically her meeting with him, her however that happens exactly, her meditation to connect with him, just to kind of make sure everything is going
Gucci
as it
Mane, as the kids say.
Yeah.
All Are my spells Gucci Mane? Yes, Tori. They are.
Yes,
they are
I mean,
Gucci Mane.
I'm just narrating character-wise. That's what
Yeah,
Shembra
I
is
love
most
it.
worried about.
I love it. Yeah, your amulet seems to hum with content as you reconnect with your force of magic. And I don't know if you saw, you have a way to spend 3 destiny points right now connected with your destiny metamorphosis. And you can spend 3 of them to do an augury with Rafi if you do so desire.
How cool. Okay.
It just sounded like you were like leading up to that roleplay wise, and then you didn't say it. I was like, maybe she doesn't know. Maybe I didn't point this out. Well, that makes me feel good. I'm like, haha, I crafted something.
I need to think about this for a minute.
Totally
see if
fine.
There is something I would want to ask Rafi.
Shu, down in the main room of the Hall of Rest, the House of Rest, you see a pretty grumpy Bramble who gives you a dirty look and then snubs you as she walks away.
Bramble. And I would like to spend 3 destiny points to learn a weakness about the last person who injured me. In this case, Bramble with that dirty look.
You want to learn a weakness about her?
Yeah.
Okay. A weakness would be that she is trying to become an acolyte, and making her look like a fool would be particularly damaging to her reputation.
Okay. She was gonna run after her.
Okay.
Bramble. What's up?
I'm kind of mad at you right now, Shu.
Why?
Well, you said that if I went to the baths, that you were gonna get a room, and I went studying after the baths, and by the time I got back, they didn't have any rooms left that were in my budget, and I had to sleep on the floor of the hearth.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
You just used me.
No,
you used my book to get in here, and then now you pretending you don't even know me. And I don't know how magnificent your leader is, Shembra, but that's not the way to treat people who have helped you, and I have to go.
Bramble, I'm sorry. I swear, I thought that there was special acolyte housing or something.
I'm not an acolyte yet. I'm just applying to be one.
Is that... Look, and Shu's gonna reach into his pocket and take out the key to his group housing and say, "Here, please take mine. I've already started paying for it, but this... I'm sorry. I just wasn't sure if you were already taken care of here."
I have it planned out for the future days. Thank you. I don't need your key. And I think maybe it's better if we just keep some distance right now.
Oh, all right. And Shu is gonna...
You tell Shembra I'm pissed at her.
Oh.
Tori, your face.
Okay. Shu's gonna look a little crestfallen and walk away, I guess.
She spins on her heel and her big golden pigtails are like bouncing as she flounces away all in a huff.
Is she human?
No, she's actually halfling.
Halfling. Oh, right, yeah. That's right. You said that. I forgot. Okay.
Is she coming outside?
Yeah, she is.
I see her come out. Oh, good morning, Bramble.
She makes a scoff and she just starts getting doing a wide berth around you.
I think you are upset.
Talk to Shu.
Could I help?
She turns towards you and she's got her arms wrapped around her books, like around her chest, and she's like, "I am very busy today, and I don't need whatever games you guys are playing with me. I need to focus."
Yes, we all need to focus. That's why I do my katas every morning.
Well, good for you, I guess. I don't know what to say to that.
Are you having trouble reading something? Is
No.
this your studies? I've never been much of a studier, but I would help if it would be
Surat, don't
helpful.
pretend. Don't pretend to be my friend if you're just gonna flake out like you guys did yesterday.
I am sorry, I do not know what we did.
You guys, that's almost worse. You see how that's worse, right? Whatever. I'm gonna go. I'm going. I have
But what did we do?
talk to the shoe, because Bramble ain't listening. She's gonna storm off.
Go back. I'll go. Serato. Serato will go inside. Shoo. I don't know if you saw Bramble this morning, but she is very upset.
Yes. I failed to get her a room. I don't know. It slipped my mind and.
Oh,
Yes.
that is what we forgot to do.
That's what I forgot to do. I promised and I failed to deliver.
Well, where did she stay? Do we know?
She slept on the ground.
Oh,
She said she's got the rest of it taken care of, but I don't know. It doesn't feel right.
well, how much of the room's here?
Well, for the two of us, it was 2 copper, and then for Shembra Bimora, the Enlightened One, it was two gold a night. So
Such a price difference.
I don't know if I could afford 2 gold a night, but do they have something that is a private room for our friend Bramble where she would have a table so she could read her books and prepare for her whatever
Perhaps.
she is doing?
we can
Well,
give it a
here.
shot.
Here's 5 gold. Get her a room for a few
Oh.
days.
All right. And then he's gonna take out that comment card and see if there's any sort of if a Gugu had left any sort of identification.
Direct call.
Yeah, like if there's, I don't know, there's a part of me that's envisioning that maybe along with the comment card there's like a little business card that has like a smiling face saying come to me for your house of rest needs.
Sure. Okay. So on the one side, that's just like the comment card, but where Shimsabu Agugu had signed their name, there's also a like what looks to be like a thumbprint, like an inky thumbprint.
Oh, okay. And Shu's just gonna look around in the house of rest to see if he can find anyone who looks official enough, or he can say,
Mhm.
"Is this? Can you find Shimzabu for me, please?"
There is a half-orc woman whose hair was all tied up in this cool top knot, and she's wearing a uniform and has a name tag that says Layla. And oh, how's it going there?
It's going okay. I was wondering if you knew Shimzabu Agugu.
Of course I know Shimzabu, the little bastard. What do you do this time?
No, he is fantastic, and I was hoping to get his help.
Oh, okay. Pipsqueak's got a fan. That's all right. Come on over here. I'll show you what to do with your card here. So
All
oh,
right.
he gave you a thumbprint. That's pretty cool. All right, so here you go. The Layla will saunter like kind of like a little peppy bounce to her step, like a little skip over to this very narrow statue that's brass at the bottom and comes up like this. And the top, there's like a glowing ball. All right, now just hold the card over it.
All right.
As soon as you hold the card over it, the thumbprint flashes, and then, all right, yeah, perfect. He should be here whenever he's free.
Oh, great. Thank you, Layla.
Oh, not a problem. I hope that Shimsabu Agugu gives you the best of help, and
Yes.
if you need any help that he can't, I don't know, reach,
Yes.
you just let Layla Blood Ripper know, okay?
Layla Blood Ripper. Do you have a comment card too?
Of course. I thought you would never ask. And
Great.
these comment cards are just like crumpled under the grip of her strength. She peels one away from the pad and hands it to you. It's like all
Thank you.
crunched.
Awesome. I much appreciated, Layla. Blood Ripper.
Oh, you're a doll. You know that. You're just an absolute doll. Can I give you a bit of a hint?
Yes.
You must absolutely try the Shimshra from the hearth. And I'm going to spend
Shim-
1 danger point.
All right. I will definitely try that.
All right, you have a wonderful one. Thank
too.
you for visiting the oh god, I'm not working at the hearth
House of
anymore. Please
Rest.
excuse me.
No,
I'm just gonna like
it's a-
sprint away anime
What?
style.
And she will just wait for Shim's Zabu Agugu.
It's actually pronounced Shimsibu Agugu. And you turn around and there is your gnome friend, bulbous nose and all, staring up at you expectantly.
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. I need your help. I've wronged a friend of mine, and I want
Romance
to make it right.
package?
Is that a private room?
Oh, I see. Yeah, the romance package could include a private room.
Oh, all right. Is there a table?
Shimsabu pauses at that. Yeah.
Great. A table, a light, private room, and then she was gonna take out the 5 gold that Sarat handed him.
So,
enough?
flowers, wine, chocolate dipped strawberries. One night? 2?
Oh, how much does 5 gold buy?
Well, I mean, it depends on how many accoutrements you want supplied. I could probably get you some ropes from the stable table guy.
Ropes? Why would... No, I don't think so. I don't see what the ropes would do for study.
Study.
So-
That's what the kids are calling it these days. That's cool. It's not weird for actual studiers. All right. So I will go ahead and get that set up.
Yes.
Under shoe. Good. And here you are, 2 days with the romance suite.
Oh, would you mind delivering it to her? Because I don't think she'll talk to me right now. She's kind of
right.
bad at me.
Making up. Sure. Yeah, I can
Yes.
do that. So this is where
Yes.
the room is. You're going to go to the 3rd hall, go all the way to the back, last door on the left.
3rd hall, last door on the left in the back.
Yep. Make sure that I'll let you know when she's there. And you two can make
all
up.
right. Okay. Thank you.
Perfect. Okay. Will I need to be delivering any white tea as well?
I'm not sure. Is that... Do acolytes like white tea?
I'll leave it out. I'll just have it delivered just to be sure.
All right. Perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Do you have any? Are you good at like any sort of like nature checks at all? Or alchemy?
Am I good at them? Let's see. Not great. I think I'm decent at nature. Just as far as like studies
Mhm.
He's book smart, not street
Okay,
smart.
we'll call it. We'll just leave it there. Shembra, is now a good time for us to return to you? Have you decided about
Sure.
this augury?
I wanted to know if you mean specifically the spell augury, or if you kind of mean like a broader sense, like I can ask a question. Like, I didn't know how you were imagining it.
I was imagining it like like a mix between like the real spell. Like you don't need to like use dragon bones or anything. This could just be like a communication sort of deal. But yes, wheel and woe, that sort of thing.
About a specific course of action that I plan to take within the next 30 minutes.
Well, you can say longer. We'll say it can apply to the day.
Okay. I'll save it then for now, because I don't think Shembra even really knows what she's gonna do today. So she'll wait till she sort of has a course of action.
Sounds good.
But she's all cleaned up, feeling great, and is gonna head downstairs, outside, wherever she thinks her entourage will be.
Okay. Your entourage is downstairs, I imagine. And there is a handy list of people for me to roll from here, and I'm just going to do that super fast. Go ahead and greet each other. Do so.
Good morning, Shembra.
It is. How did you both sleep? I slept wonderfully. I feel so much better than yesterday.
I slept well.
Yes.
But we have a problem with Bramble.
Who?
Bramble. A friend.
The friend who helped us get in yesterday.
Oh, yes, the book girl. Yes. What about it?
Well, I forgot to get a room for her, and so I've got a room now. I'm getting it delivered. Something about white tea, and yes, it's.
Why were you supposed to get her room?
I said I would at the. Well.
Shoot,
when we
whose
arrived.
entourage do you belong to?
I got you a room too.
Yes, but why is she giving you orders?
No, I offered.
So, she was too lazy to go get her own room, and she is mad at us about that.
Look,
Oh,
I
say it that way. It seems wrong. But yes.
Shu, you seem quite upset about this. Why is
am.
this so troubling?
Well, I don't like to not make good on a promise, and so I've got a plan laid out, and hopefully when she goes into the private room, she'll it was all thanks to Sarat suggesting a study table, and so I think she'll be fine.
So you booked her a room, and
Yes.
that is the end of the problem.
Yes. Problem solved.
Okay. So, now what?
A dwarf is standing behind you in acolyte clothes, and he's holding a clipboard. His beard is magnificent. That's the only word there is for this beard. It has many little braids, and it's all bunched into one big golden band. And he stares up at you from big, thick, bushy brows. Well, now, I do understand that you are all in need of some assistance. Is that correct?
Yes. Hello.
Hello, and we are in need of assistance for curses and curse break-ins, perhaps in line with a studying or in practical usage. Is that correct?
Yes.
Of course, I have the list of recommended books for you to look over, and he'll pass over the books to Surat, the list of names. These are not the physical books themselves. And I've gotten you set up with a room, but I had thought, why not talk to someone who is a professional in the matter of curses, as we have a specialty person in that house currently.
Oh, delightful.
Of course, I do hope to be of assistance here. And the person you're looking for is Matreus. I know where his room is. He has been studying there for several days over on the pillars. I can leave you over there whenever you're ready.
I'm ready. Surat, Shembra Bemora, the Enlightened One.
Sure.
Enlightened
It is
one.
getting a little much when you say it every single time, so maybe just when it is convenient, you can use the full title. Otherwise, I hereby give you permission to call me Shembra.
Wow.
However,
Thank
if
you.
you are introducing me, I do expect you to use the full title.
Oh, perfect.
Surat.
I am
there.
ready.
Can I see that list I gave you just for a wee moment?
But you're not giving me a list.
Oh, yeah, I thought I handed you a list. My apologies. Who did I give the list to?
Oh.
All right,
Sorry, I
and
got
I'm
caught up.
just going to add a book for you down here, Shu. It is one for the manners befitting a butler. You perhaps want to check this out while you're here.
Befitting a butler. All right.
This could be a wise investment of time, I agree.
All right, and follow
Take a
me,
look.
follow me. He just shuffles right off, and he's moving at an incredible pace, just right across the court of air
Right.
and towards these
Hustling.
pillars.
Excuse me, you seem to know many of the books here. Do you have anything on the
Yes,
plane of fire and
of course.
Efriti?
Of course. But that is
Perfect.
not what was submitted to us as the topic of your interest this time. On the future visit of Candlekeep, you may investigate at that time. I am not a professional in all of the books that are here, just on some of them.
We cannot make another request for another day.
You have another book to give?
You just added the one on manners, and we did not ask for this.
It seemed appropriate, but I can remove it if you do so desire.
I was simply asking for another addition, which you seemed so willing to give. How do you
He
know
will
that
turn,
these are
he
not
comes to a full
related?
stop and turns to look at you. Draws a deep, long breath and exhales as if forcefully calming themselves, counting backwards from 10. And 1. Perhaps you don't know how we work around here, lassie. When you come to the Candlekeep, you submit of what you wish to request to someone at the House of Rest, generally speaking, and we will have a specific acolyte who will research the topic. It takes all night to do all this research, and now here you are saying you want to do an entire another branch of research. I knew off the top of my head something that would help out, and that is why I tossed it in there as a wee favor to you. But unfortunately, it would take a bit of time and effort and energy to do this second brand of research, this branch you're talking about here, for this fireplane and Ifriti business. So it is of the best interest of Candlekeep to keep visits to one topic at a time. Does that make sense? Did I answer your question appropriately?
I do not see why we could not request a new topic.
Because
tonight. If our visit extends, do you not believe in cross-examination or comparing
It is not
multiple
related
topics?
to the curses. You asked about curses.
You
The
do not know
research
this.
of curses. Shh. Who has filled out this form? And he flips back to the front. Shu Guan. Who is this?
Yes.
I have a quote here by Abubu. a poo-poo. It is scribbled so terribly. It says that you are looking for curse-related material for a research paper and practical use.
Yes. Els Shimsabu Agugu. 5 stars.
The dwarf turns slowly back to Shembra. This is who has said.
I have submitted no form.
It has been submitted.
My name is not on that. That is not what I research. I am a separate separate patron here. I am paying for a separate room. I am a separate mind. I have separate eyeballs to read separate books. Can I not submit my own
Then
request?
I would recommend you go back to the hearth, lass, where you can request another assistant.
Just lead us to the books. I will deal with someone more helpful later.
Gives you a bleak look, looks to Shu, and then resumes leading you towards another room.
When he turns to continue, Sarat will catch Shu's shoulder.
Yes.
Shu, I often do not know what everyone around me is talking about. That is, people talk in hard, and this whole thing, I do not know what's going on. But I have a question. You have been to college, and Shembra has been to college.
Yes.
I have not been to college. Do you think they will let me in? Will they ask me questions that I do not know? Should I just stay out here?
No, they will ask you questions that you do not know, but that's the point, so that you can learn what you do not know. So do not stay out here.
I don't know if I like that. I just
But you will learn if you like it or not.
all right. Okay, but words are hard.
Yes.
We go now. We'll go.
Yes.
Hey, you are led into a round building and up a winding flight of stairs to a hallway. And it looks like this tower has been split basically in half. So a stairway goes up into a hallway. Then there is one long study room on one half of this tower. And then the other half of the tower is another study room. And then another set of stairs that goes up to the next level. And he pauses and raps on a door. This is where your expert has been studying. He hasn't been seen in a minute, a day or so, but hopefully he's still there. He turns and listens, and then knocks once more. The sound of his fist like echoing down the hall. Nothing. You don't hear anything. But Surat, you hear a "Don't freak out." And that's where we're gonna go to break. You know what? I just have to say, folks, Katie, she's running production. She spent this whole break helping me get into accent because I was doing a terrible, terrible job with it before. And then she told me that we went live. And so I was all going ready and being live and whatnot. And so now I have to say that Katie's a piece of shit. Her little trickery now has outdone the kindness that I thought she was giving me. What a rude little bitch she is. Everyone say, "Screw you, Katie." In chat, please.
Thank you,
Thank
Katie.
you. All right. Now that I've done talking shit on Katie, let's go back to the game, shall we? Surat, the voice still lingers for just a moment, but no one else reacted to it. The little "don't freak out." And
Sarat will look around, make sure no one else heard it.
well, perhaps we should just pop in and just make sure. And so your guide opens the door to reveal an empty study room. Now, this is a very pimped out study room. Like, it's got a little table, like a huge table, actually, a huge table dominating the room for many study materials. And there's even like kind of gridded out so you could put different studying topics in different areas. And there is a bookshelf that's alphabetized. Just like by shelf so that you can organize your books well. There's a little cupboard off to the side that has well stored food and drink, things that wouldn't go bad very quickly. And there's a pile of like personal effects and an open book on the table, but nothing else. There's no one here. Well, perhaps if you just wait in here, he'll come back from wherever he is. Probably ran down to use the facilities. Now you all have a good time. Your study room is just across the way.
And our books are there, I presume.
No, you have to check which books you want. We can do that now. You check which books you want from the list, and I'll go get them for you.
She looks at Shu. Which books do we want?
Could I check out all of them?
Of course. And did you
Right.
want the one on the manners, or
Yeah.
should I?
Yes,
All right.
of course. And do you have a comment card?
No, I'm an acolyte. I don't work in the customer service areas.
Oh.
Isn't that a blessing?
Oh, aren't you a sassy one? You know, I've got something for you. Just a wee bit of wisdom for you, lassie. To get respect, you have to give respect. And you come off real harsh, expecting everyone to treat you a specific way. But you're not really acting in a way that befits a position you're assuming. Just a comment. No card to put it on, though. Isn't that a blessing? And he turns around and he walks out of the room.
It is so cute how people in lower down positions think they have to prove something to those above them. I am glad you do not feel this way, Shu.
Oh, yes. And Shu looks a
You are much
little-
more dignified than anyone I have interacted with so far.
Oh,
Excepting you, Surat. I suppose you have been fine.
I would agree that Shu is more dignified than I am.
thank you.
So, did we really get teleported away with these devices from your officer so we could sit in a room and read books?
I do not think so, but that is what you do at the keep. I think.
How
Why don't
boring.
we have books about the plague?
Curses and breaking curses, because that is what Shu ordered for us.
Yes.
Hmm.
Well, if
And nothing else. They have been quite clear about how unhelpful they are. But
Shu
at
knows.
least we understand the circumstances now.
well, if the expert isn't here yet, then maybe and Shu is gonna like slowly sidle on over to that open book and take a quick peek. Maybe we could do a little self-study.
Book in front of you is called The Joy of Extra-Dimensional Spaces. It has a face on the front of it, a bald man with a grand mustache, and it has a clasp on the side that has a red ruby inlaid on the clasp. It is an ornate looking book.
Oh.
Oh, My computer just beeped. I don't know if that was a problem. But
Does it resemble the one on Shembra's necklace?
in the fact that it is a red jewel, but there's nothing else identifying that makes it look exactly like it.
Okay.
Let's see here. Do you, if you got, anyone can make an Arcana or a History check.
I would love to.
Do Arcana. Oh my gosh, it's my second nat 20 of the night.
Holy
I have
crap.
not rolled below an 18 yet. That's a 23
Dang.
for me.
All right.
15 for Shu.
15. Okay, so both of you know this. The character on the cover is the legendary mage Morden Kanan. He is the one who came up with the Magnificent Mansion spell. He is a pretty big deal. This is actually the spell that they were using in the House of Rest to have so many rooms to fit the place. This is a pretty famous book, and it seems, Tori, you noticed this because you knew more about this book. There are a lot of notes in the margins that make it look like this has been annotated by someone important.
Ah, we have a shortcut. And she gestures at the notes. Someone has already highlighted the important parts.
Would you like to spend some time reading the margins?
Sure, I will suggest to Shu that he read what's in the margins.
Right.
Okay. Some time passes. It takes a while to decipher this handwriting, which is really spidery in nature, and the words seem to run together. Go ahead and make me another Arcana check in order to be able to read this shorthand, because it seems like they even have like an own little language for it.
Could
Oh,
I
that is a 12.
potentially... Oh, Shu's got it. I was going to help, but you've got it, Matt.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
12 is not high enough to decipher the shorthand that this is written in, unfortunately.
Oh, man.
Probably 20 minutes or so creep past as you've been studying it, and now you have to look up and give Shembra the news that you weren't able to read it.
I'm sorry. It's not making sense to me.
Let me take a look.
All right.
I'll give it a go.
Okay, me and Arcana.
16.
16 is enough. So you know that this is a it looks like this is annotated on someone was using the information in this book to make a mansion with a hidden door, and there is a command word written here as well. It looks like the person who's been writing in this, his name is Fistandia. And it seems that this book has been accepted because she herself is an incredible, noted mage.
Have I heard of Astandia?
Fistandia, I don't know. Why don't you roll me an Arcana or a History to find out if you know about her?
My gosh, my rolls are just
Your
crazy.
rolls are
tonight.
on fire.
19.
This woman, so damn powerful. She might have been like a little bit of a hero to you growing up because she is such a notable figure in the magical community.
Ooh, can I say that she visited my mother's college in Silvery Moon? And
yeah, absolutely.
I
she
was,
maybe even was a
enamored with her as a kid.
For like a person who came and did some lectures there.
A visiting scholar kind of thing, a visiting lecturer.
And most notably is that she died a while ago.
Okay, I actually like that connection because I was thinking of why would Shu not crack this, but Shembra would, because Shu's like more of the bookworm here. But I think this makes sense that like Astania is sort of low key a hero to Shembra, and so she recognizes this.
I love
shorthand. And actually, this is not an emotion you guys have seen on Shembra's face before, but she actually reads through this and flips through it and is like almost a little like in awe, like just instantly is engaged in just like furiously flipping through the pages to kind of gather all the information. Do you realize what this is? These notes are from Astania herself. She wrote these. Her hand was touching this book, and now I am touching this book. This book is now imbued with so much power and history. It is incredible.
Now, you see that she's also made a small note in the corner of the page, almost like erased from like, looks like hands just like turning the corner at the page at that corner. But the command word to open her mansion, which you have to be at the location to open it, is scepter.
Scepter. Okay. Where does it say anything about the location?
Has not been found.
How long has it been since we've been in this room?
It's been 40 minutes so far.
Do you think this expert is going to come anytime soon? Or
all of his personal belongings are here.
Yeah, Shembra starts to smile. Or do you think perhaps he took a small visit to an interdimensional mansion belonging to the one and only Astania? And she kind of holds the book up to them. Should we test this theory?
Why not?
There's a rap at the door, and
if it is that dwarf
back.
again. Shembra is in the middle of saying that right as he opens the door.
He just opens the door, sticks his head in. Usha, your books are in your room for whenever you need it. Anything you need from me, or can I get back to my duties?
Not from you.
All right, you have a wonderful day now. He'll just pull the door shut and he disappears.
Okay. Don't let him ruin the adventure here. Should we do this?
I'll watch the door.
Well, I think you are my entourage. You come with me to the interdimensional mansion.
Yes.
I just meant I would stop the door from bothering us.
This is a good idea because I do not know what it is like in this mansion, and we do not want this secret getting out to everyone. So maybe you can scooch the chair in front of the door.
But don't we need to go out? Where is the mansion?
She taps the cover of the book. I think I only need to say a certain word that I have not yet said, and it will transport us there. I suspect that is where the expert is as well.
Sarat will grab the chair and slide it and lock it underneath the door handle.
Okay.
Shembra, she looks genuinely excited and happy. She's sort of dropped her air of arrogance slightly down, just maybe a half step, and is pretty pumped about this. Okay, now gather around and we do this together. I do not know if we all have to say it or if I have to say it, so just all say it at the same time in case. Okay? And she'll write the word in plain script on just a piece of note paper or something. She'll hold it up to them. Now on 3, and she'll put it in her pocket. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Scepter.
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 All right. So when you guys say the word, or even the first person who says the word, which it sounds like was Shembra, there's a whoa sound. And in the center of the room, right next to the table, a pair of shimmering doors appear. It like flickers for a moment and then stabilizes. And then the edges start to creep away like the spell is undoing itself. You only have minutes to get through this door, and you have to decide what you're doing now.
She grabs, just not thinking, just in pure excitement, she grabs Shu's like forearm, you know, like you do, where you're like, oh my gosh, you know, like, we have to do this.
All right, let's go.
Surat?
Yes, I am fine.
Okay, let us go. And Shembra is going to step through.
Okay. You all step through?
Yes.
All right. Let's go to our next map.
I'll stab.
Activate. Get you guys some tokens over here on the appropriate slot. Sadly, I do not have NPC art for the man who is standing in front of you, but let me describe to you the foyer you're standing within. You are inside of a mansion now. The ceiling arches to 15 feet overhead, and long hallways stretch out on either side of the foyer. Standing in the middle of this area is a middle-aged man wearing gray robes. The man is startled to see you and jumps. Oh! What a welcome surprise! I have been saying command words for such a long time. I haven't been able to get out. Thank you for coming to my rescue. Though you do not look like acolytes of Candlekeep.
Oh, we're not.
Oh, we are much better.
I see. My name is Mortius. I'm sorry. Is who are you?
Well, this is Shembra Bamora, the Enlightened One. I am Shu Guan. This is Surat. And, well, we heard that you might be able to help us with curses.
Curses.
Yes.
Of course, I am the primary studier of curses. I know everything there is to know about curses.
Great.
But we should leave because the door is closing. Well, he gestures behind you, and indeed, the doors are kind of like very, very slowly.
You do not know how to get out.
No. But I thought that it would be scepter, but that wasn't allowing me back through.
Shembra looks really torn. But this is Vistandia's mansion.
You know! It's Vistandia's mansion! Even though he's like an older guy, he's like kind of like matches your energy of excitement. I wish to stay and study it as well. But unfortunately, I found this. And he glances left and right.
Oh, go ahead.
He pulls out a little imp statue. Look at it! Look at the detail! I'll tell you. I know what we can do. I will go through and I'll study this statue. It's got some sort of energy. I'm so excited to study it. You all stay here for a minute and just study the mansion. Find what you can. And then in a while, I'll say from the other side, scepter, and let you all out.
Can I do an insight check on this?
Absolutely. Tori's suspicious face.
Yeah.
He
That's
can't be
Shembra's suspicious face, too.
Fangirling. I'm fangirling.
More like, hey, great, you guys are here. I'm going to leave. I'll totally unlock the door for you. Definitely. And I'm going to take this statue that seems really neat that you know nothing about, and it'll be great.
Wonderful.
Sounds like a
Okay.
plan to me.
My good rolls have not failed me yet.
They have not
17.
failed you. Yeah, he actually seems to absolutely be telling you the truth. He's so excited. He looks like he wants to stay here. He's even looking at like all the cool things he hasn't seen yet in this room, but also the doors are shutting and he's worried about time.
Okay. Perhaps you say this word after Surat. How long do you think?
I don't know. 10 minutes? How long does it take you to look around the building?
How about 1 hour?
Certainly. When I was a child, we were playing in the village. We would often play magic, and the children would be running around and we'd
Surat,
cast a
the
spell.
door is closing right now.
Oh,
We
what
do
I
not
was going to
have
say
time for
was,
your stories.
if the magic word was scepter, we would say the opposite. So scepter, Ratpex, and that would stop the spell that they had cast. So maybe Ratpex would.
We can test this theory once the doors are closed. Now, Mortius, was that it?
Let me double check. I think I said it wrong.
You-
Matrios.
Matrios?
Matrios. Matreous. Matrios.
Okay. Okay. You call that word after 1 hour. And we will study this mansion in the meantime. My entourage and I.
Perfect.
We're traveling
right.
companions.
Thank you. Thank you. And I look forward to your questions about curses.
All right. Shu is going to take out his little timepiece and crack it open and put in a gear so it'll start working again. So he can keep track of the time that passes.
If you find any more of Istania's literary works, I would love to read them. He says this directly to Shembra, just like so excited. And
I will let you know.
all right. You have to tell me. Tell me everything you find, or else we'll have to look at that curse talk over again. Okay. Sorry, the doors
Indeed,
they're closing. I gotta go.
Yes.
All right, I gotta go. Bye. And he'll reluctantly leave.
I'm
How many
picturing
hours?
like elevator doors, and he's like, "Yeah, okay, sorry, just gotta stop him." Yeah, okay, all right, bye.
So he actually, as soon as he steps through, the doors are open, and you can see for just a moment into the study room, and then the doors start to close, and you hear him scream in a little. No! And the doors slam shut.
This seems bad.
Did anyone else hear that?
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
And let's face it, he did not seem very capable of defending himself. So whatever happened, I think we must assume he is dead.
Yes. So Ratpex.
There is
Nothing
no
happens.
use panicking right now. We have an entire mansion to explore.
There is a problem on the other side of the doors.
And it is not ours.
What is ours? Someone's in need.
You have a very funny view of the world and your problems.
Shu, this is the
Yes.
man who has the knowledge to hopefully save your mother.
Mhm.
How is Shu reacting in this moment? I just want to have like that camera pan that comes over towards Shu's expression as he's been quiet, as Shembra is saying that that's not her problem, and Surat is saying we need to help this person.
The door, like right now, the door, the exit is completely closed. Yes.
Yeah, the doors are closed. It's not gone. The doors are just shut.
Oh, then Shu's gonna run up to the doors and just try desperately to open them.
The doors swing open, but it's into the yard of this mansion. About 20 feet away, there's this indigo miasma that just rises up as high as your eye can see. It surrounds the entire house. And now that the doors are open, this light shines into the foyer, casting weird shadows everywhere, distorting the images with its strange coloring.
Surat's gonna grab Shu and not let them go out the door.
We need to find the command word, Shu. And
Alright.
it's not Redpex.
All right.
I know that now.
The only way we are going to do that is by exploring the mansion. So why don't you put your panicked faces away and put your exploring faces on now?
Let's hurry.
All right. Well,
Perhaps we should split up and cover as much territory as quickly as possible. And then we can get back to help them.
I do not feel confident that you will all know what it is we are looking for. I am the one who discovered the command word in the first place, let us not forget. What if you go through a room and you think, there is nothing here, and then you tell me, Shembra, there is nothing here, and then we never check that room, and yet that is the one.
Long story short, Shembra trusts no one but herself.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's get going.
As far as what I know about Fistandia, like, would there be any reason for Shembra to suspect that there was anything dangerous in this mansion? Other than, like, she's a powerful mage, so just, like, who knows what powerful mages do with their mansions.
Yeah.
But, like, she wasn't, like, a famous necromancer or, like...
She was not a famous necromancer or anything, no. You're not expecting to run into, like, undead hordes or anything, but she could have picked up some weird things along the way.
Yeah. Shembra will relay as basically just like a... Just, you know, keep your wits about you, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Shu, do you wish to open the first door?
Yes. It's like as she's saying that, he's already starting to open it.
Which door do you guys want to go to? Because there are 2 hallways that slide down on either side, and a slew of doors are available to you.
Oh, M5.
Yeah, the first one.
M5.
Door number 1.
Door number 1. All right. This door is actually left slightly ajar. Open it for you. The entire far wall of this room is floor to ceiling bookshelf. Even more books are resting on several large scarlet armchairs and small wooden tables. And there are several paintings on the walls. A fluffy black cat is curled up on one of the chairs. As Shu steps in, the cat looks up, stretches its back all arched, then hops off the chair and meow, approaches you, Shu.
Hello. Do you know the way out of here?
The cat purrs and rubs on your leg.
She was gonna awkwardly try to pet it.
Is this an animal handling check or just like a kitty?
Yeah, I'd say animal handling.
Go ahead and make a check for me.
That is a 2.
Oh. You trigger that like fight mode on cats, you know, and it hisses and bats at your hand.
To the best of us.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Who really knows why cats do what they do?
As soon as it backs off of you, it mews plaintively, but stands aside and watches you all.
I'm just looking through books.
Yeah,
More
I was gonna say
books.
look through the bookshelves.
How much time did you guys want to study here and look around for all this stuff?
You know, maybe after like 5 minutes, like of looking and kind of not really knowing what we're looking for, Shembra says, perhaps maybe the better approach is to take an inventory of all the rooms here, and then we can decide where we want to spend the most time looking. Maybe there is a room, and on the wall it says, the command word is... And then we will feel silly because we have spent all this time looking at other rooms.
But don't you think the other wizard would have found it if that was the case?
Did he say how much exploring he did?
He did not mention.
Okay. I do not know. And apparently he is not, well, powerful enough to take care of himself. So I don't exactly trust his opinion on things. Maybe on curses, since he apparently is an expert, but let's just say he was apparently not an expert on imp statues.
As
So-
you're talking, you're flipping through a book and you realize that this was written by Physandria.
Okay, she's like she's gonna continue explaining why her idea is better, and then she just stops mid sentence, and flips through it some more.
You realize the book next to it is volume 2, also written by her.
Oh, and do these seem to be like autobiographical, like journals, or more like her research, or like?
It seems like it's mainly her memoirs.
Oh, Shu, I need you to carry some things for me.
All right.
How many volumes are there, Em?
Most of the books in here seem to be written
Oh my
by
gosh.
her.
Okay. Actually, maybe we can hold on that, but I think we have found our long-term solution in case we have to come back to Candlekeep multiple times. Let us hope that is not the case. But if we do, we can use all these books here.
Yes.
And if we are the only ones who know the way out, then we are the only ones who can get them.
Right. Okay.
Couldn't anybody
Surat,
do
you
the
are
way
giving
in?
me that look.
I don't know what's going here. There's a lot of... I just don't understand. It's okay. Let's find the
Why
word
don't
we
why don't you get hands-on, as I know you like to do, and open the next door?
need. That I like. Go down to M4.
Okay. As you leave, the cat follows you out and heads the opposite way down the hall towards M6. But as you go to M4...
I will change direction and follow the cat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. This cat leads you to M6. And this door is also left slightly open.
I will swing it open and go on in.
As you step inside, you realize that this is a kitchen. The aromas of cooking permeate this kitchen. A large iron stove takes up one wall, and the rest of the room is filled with large tables and racks lined with hanging pots, pans, and cooking utensils. Everything here is sparkling clean, absolutely free of dust.
And it's cooking currently?
No, there's nothing currently cooking. It's just
the
clean. Yeah.
leftover wafting smells.
Mm-hmm.
What does the cat do in here?
So there is actually a line of bowls that have food in it, And they're all like have different little things. And there's more cats in this kitchen. They're all milling around and occasionally hissing at each other and batting each other away. But this black cat goes and starts eating food.
Like a concerning, crazy cat lady number of cats, or
No.
like okay,
like 4.
okay,
It's not like
a
13.
normal cat lover number
Yeah.
of cats. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a fine line though between cat lover and crazy catwoman.
What do you do, Surat?
Sarat will look about. Head over and pet the cats. And
You hear
then
2 little whisperings. And then, are you an enemy?
Did that come from the cat?
well, you heard that as well.
Yes.
Very good.
Is
I
it?
don't know where it came from. I am Surat Zabla,
Oh,
candidate for the Requiem of the Voices. I am no
I don't-
one's enemy.
I don't think
Except
he's an
those who-
enemy. And then you hear a little fluttering of wings. 2 small forms land on the nearest table. They bow before you and ask, "How can we be of help to our honored guests? Cooking? Cleaning? Mending your clothes, perhaps?" And 2 little homunculi come and join you.
How fun.
Oh,
Whoa.
well, hello, little ones. Thank you for your offer. You could help us by showing us where the word to open the doors is.
Oh, Estandria's word. Yeah, we don't know what the word is. We're not allowed to leave. But she left a clue. Yeah, a clue.
Oh,
And where is this clue?
Everywhere. And they jump up and their little wings flutter and then they sink back down. They're very round. They look like little taffy creatures that have like certain parts of their body that are too long and extended, like a big floppy nose, and their bellies all hang over. They're like a really weird mixture of cute and heinous.
Great.
Yeah. My name is Kumin. And my name is Coriander. Coriander like raises her hand to talk. Honored guest.
Yes,
Um,
you may speak.
Can I make a food for you?
Are you a good cook?
I'm excellent. And they both like jump into it with the same salute. We insist. Let us cook for you. It'd be really nice to take care of somebody who's, not a cat.
Be our guest. Be our guest.
A little bit.
Yes, I imagine we might be tired after our search for the
Can we feed
word.
you now? Or we'll start cooking now. We'll start cooking now for you.
Yes.
But Coriander was telling you about the way out. Yeah, we're not allowed to touch certain books. They're the ones that have a letter on the spine. They're special. Yeah, Fissandria was worried that somebody might get stuck, and so the clue's hidden around. You have to find it, and then it all spells out a word.
What do these letters look like?
I don't know how to read.
How do you know which books not to touch?
Magic?
Magic? They
Yeah.
feel different?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Fissandria mean me. I'm her homunculi. She hasn't been back in a while, though.
How long is a while to you?
They hold up their three, like the fingers on each hand. More days than this, and this is how high we can count.
Many more days?
Lots.
Okay. We will come back for the food. She looks at her companions.
Yes. Thank you for offering.
Do you know any rooms that Vistandia has hidden away or are not so easy to find?
I don't understand the question.
Okay, we will leave now.
Well, don't. Okay. Can we talk a little longer?
We can after you have cooked the food.
Do you know how to make shimshra?
Where did you hear this name?
Layla told me.
We can make it.
Is it
What
not
is
good?
it?
So it's not tasty.
All right.
What is in it?
That's a really good question. So first off, you go to the ocean in the really deep parts and you pull up a squid. And then you take
Okay.
the,
I've heard enough. I'm going to look for books.
okay, good luck.
If you
And
wish
don't
to
hurt
talk,
the pseudo dragons. The fairy dragons, don't hurt them, please.
I do not usually hurt things that do not hurt me first.
They're just pranksters.
If you wish to speak more, you can come and you can be helpful and point out which books you are not allowed to touch. If you do not wish to do this, then you may cook the food and stay out of our way.
Okay. She's bossy. I like her.
Should we try the next room?
But we know where the books are. Why would we not go back there?
We can check those books. I suspect perhaps she has more rooms with books, but yes, we can go back to that room and check.
Do you want
Also-
me to focus on the books and you can venture forth?
Knowing there are pseudo dragons around, I think perhaps it is best if we stick together.
All right.
Well, then we can look.
Coriander made a mistake. They're not pseudo dragons. They're fairy dragons. It's different.
Fairy dragons. Pranksters nonetheless. I need someone in my entourage to help me deal with pranksters should I encounter them.
Right. Onward.
Speaking of
So-
pranks, I like the trick mystery joke you said to them about the letters. What kind are they? All letters are the same.
Surat, do you know how to read?
Yes.
Okay. This does not matter. Back to the book room. Let's go check the books for weird letters on their spines.
All right.
As soon
Check
as you leave, there's
M4
like
while they do
bang,
that.
boom, in the
Oh my.
kitchen. Hey,
Oh, sorry. As we're walking back to the book room, Shembra will ask, I know I possess the magical talents here, but unfortunately I do not have the spell at this time to detect other magic. Do either of you have access to such knowledge?
No.
No, I am only a candidate of the first rank. I do not know these things.
All right,
Unfortunately.
we will do this with our eyes then.
Yes.
Shu, were
Alright.
you searching in that room the whole time?
I'd say I probably went with them
Okay.
Just to make sure we're all safe. But knowing we're going back to the books, he's probably going in there. Excited to be back in his domain.
Okay. Which one do you guys want to do first? You guys want to do the study that you guys are in, or did you want to go with Surat?
Oh, is Surat checking another room?
I believe he's going
Yeah.
to M4.
Gonna
Oh,
go
okay.
to M4.
Whatever. We can.
Let's go to
Do
Surat
Surat
because you
first.
guys have like a certain amount of time you need to spend in that other room.
Okay.
Okay. Surat, you open this door, and this room contains a battered wooden mannequin and a weapon rack holding staves and daggers, all lit by indigo tinted light streaming through the window from that miasma beyond. The floor is stained and scorched. At the far end of the room, a broom hovers in the air, sweeping the floor by itself. This looks to be like an exercise room of some kind. Maybe where they practice like combat or just general health.
Surat will slide into the room and check along the walls, feel them out, head towards the weapons rack.
There are some pretty good weapons here. The weapons on the rack are like mundane, but they're made very well. There's 4 daggers, 4 quarterstaffs, and 20 darts in a bandolier that's like hanging there. One wall that you pass holds diagrams of attack and parry positions for wielders of staffs and knives.
I'll pick up a knife. How does it feel balance-wise?
Oh, it's so finely balanced. You can literally have it on the tip of your finger, and it has barely a sway.
I'll put it back on the rack. No, check out the mannequin.
The mannequin looks like it sustained a lot of abuse, from little blunt divots from being struck with a staff to fine cut marks. And there's a cluster on the chest and the head where obviously someone was practicing throwing these.
I'll head back out to report.
Okay. I'm going to spend 3 danger points. And the broom is going to come sweeping towards you.
If I just try and move from it, does it continue to follow me?
It looks like it's heading straight for the door.
Oh, I'm going to try and dash to the door and close it.
Okay. Go ahead and make me... No, I think you can probably get out of the way in time. That's fine. It's going pretty slowly. So you dart over and you close the door, and as soon as you do, you hear a thump, 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 as the broom hits against the door, obviously trying to escape.
Oh,
And then-
I was staying in the room with it.
Oh, you're staying in the room with it. Okay, yeah, it smacks against the door several times and then whirls on you and is like angled in the air as if it's going to attack. But it's not yet. It's just facing off with you.
I'm going to slide back towards the rack and take one of the quarterstaffs down.
It rushes you. Roll initiative.
We just enter Fantasia.
Now, let's see. This is actually a fairly powerful combat, so this might be a good place to wrap up. So we don't get
Snap.
stuck in a long one and go late.
This broom.
Magical broom.
Broom with murderous intent.
Magical intent. Normally, this is not a magical murderous broom. It's magical, but it's not murderous. And I wanted the alliteration. But thank you for all your danger points, y'all. I was like, I gotta spend some of them here. Vroom. We're in a force of combat. Thank you guys so much for the danger. And that's so
Thank you.
thank you to my amazing players for joining me tonight. I'm so sorry about my brain fog through all of that. And my obvious answers of magic going along with that so well. Chat was calling me out for that one. I really enjoy playing with you. So thanks for playing with me. Let's go around and let people know where they can find you. Matt, do you want to start us off?
Sure. You can find me here Monday nights, sometimes Tuesday nights, and Improv and D&D on Twitter and YouTube. Thank you very much.
Tori, do you want to go next?
Yep. Hey, I'm Tori. I live here at Level 1 Geek. You can see me in a lot of the shows and DMing some of them. And this week in particular, it's a 3-part feature, Tori week. Obviously tomorrow night, I will be playing Teal Tinbrook on Tabletop Treasure Hunters. And then Wednesday, I will be GMing an Alien RPG one-shot. That will be fun and hopefully horrifying.
Great game.
So, yeah, that's me.
And last but certainly not least, Ian.
You can find me here as well on Monday nights and on Discord and Twitter under the tag BudFan.
All right. Well, you guys know who I am, but I'll recap just in case we've got some new people here. My name is Em. I love to GM and have been playing TTRPGs for well over a decade now. Not to date myself or anything. I love to guest in people's shows, so hit me up if you want this face in one of your games. I also love writing for TTRPGs, so if you have any opportunities, hit me up. I did rhyme. Thanks, Tam. Appreciate you. And this is Level 1 Geek channel, where we believe anyone can play TTRPGs. You do not need to have fancy devices, maps of our kind online, VTTs or anything. Like literally, you can just have some friends, a shared pair of dice, and make up the rules as you go. Because you don't need a nerd degree to play TTRPGs. You can start at level 1 like the rest of us. Now, if you like what we do, if you like that message and you want to see more, go ahead and follow and subscribe on Twitch, YouTube, social media, and join us on Discord. We like hearing from you and knowing what games you want to see us play. You can also show your support by purchasing dice and cool stuff from any of our affiliate partners. You can find our Patreon link as well in our discount section below. Thank you guys so much. Your support means the world to us. It allows us to keep doing what we love doing, which is playing TTRPGs for y'all. Now go take a long rest. Make sure you don't forget about any promises you made to somebody, because you might hurt their feelings. Drink plenty of water, and we'll catch you next time.